the time, but it's my intention. So, as most people know, or at least in the modding scene, the patch 1.11 made some changes to like the engine, and as a result, several mods were broken. Since a lot of mods use this particular asset, the base item asset, when it broke a lot of those things, or at least it disconnected, right? So that we figured it out as a community, what was going on, and we found a fix for it. So this is how to set up that fix. This is for modders, not people who use mods. If you use mods, just wait for the modder to fix it at their leisure. Please keep in mind, if you're a consumer of mods, that these guys do this on their own time, usually not for any cost. Or anything like that. So be patient with them, and they'll get to it. Some may not get to it. All right, but yeah, just understand that. Okay, so here's the thing. I wrote up a README guide for it. I put it on my GitHub, so it's live right now. And I'll just walk through it real quick. So you're going to download basically you're going to download this this folder. It's going to have some source code in it that you're going to update your project, right? Not your engine, but your project. And then once you update your project, you'll go ahead and build it in Visual Studio, and then essentially it'll be done. But I wrote all the steps here, so that should help people who are not familiar with this process to be able to do it and use it. I've already tested it. It works great. There's two options available when that happens. Or to do this, you can use this one here, which I used because it's simple. And then there's also Peaks, which is also simple to a degree. It just has more changes in it. But me personally, I have a differently customized project, so I just want to keep my changes minimal. But if all you need to change is the BI, you can use this method, or of course you can use Peaks, and he has guidance down here below on where to just get his setup. So easy. Download the Polaris.z. I've got a link to it, so if you just click on it, it'll take you directly to the link. If you click on View Raw, it'll just download it, right? Boop, download it. So once you have it downloaded, you go ahead and unzip it. And I already did this with a duplicate version, and now I'm going to do this with my main version. You also want to make sure your Unreal Engine is off, that you do not have it on and loaded. I'm going to turn my other stuff off here, save this stuff as well. For now, oops, probably should have had this cleaned up beforehand. Don't know. Alright, so that should close in just a second. And I can close that. Okay, so if I go to my downloads folder, downloads, here we've got Polaris, right? I went ahead and unzipped it, and it should be here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, I'll put it in here. Okay, so when you unzip it, it'll have this source folder right here. You're just going to go ahead and copy it. You can cut it, but you can also copy it. And then you want to navigate to your project root folder. So for me, that project root folder is this Polaris project main. And then inside it, you'll have your U project, and you also have your SLN, but you also have a folder called source. You're just going to paste it right in here. Paste, boom. Paste it. It may ask to replace. It should ask to replace the base item stuff. Just say yes. All right, good to go. So that's done, right? That's super easy. Now you're going to go ahead and open up your SLN. You can double click on it. You should be able to double click on it, and it will just open up. You may need to go to Visual Studio and open up from there. But ultimately, you want your solution, your .sln, to be open. Okay, when it opens, I've had other things open at the same time, so I'm just going to go ahead and just close these. They don't mean anything. But I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to look for Polaris, right? So here's Polaris on the right-hand side. I'm going to right-click on it, and I'm just going to go to Build. And then it's going to take some time, and it's going to build. You'll have an error list over here where we'll show you if any errors pop up or anything like that. And then it's just going to do its thing. Now it takes a few minutes, or it can take a few minutes to do all the rebuilding. So be patient with it. But when it's done, we shouldn't have any errors in this tab here, right? Now, if you struggled with building the project initially and things of that nature, you might struggle again when you come here. But if you got everything up and running, this should be a pretty simple process to do. Uh, but I'm just going to go ahead and let it build, and then I guess for the timestamp, we'll go ahead and check it out. But that's it. It's a pretty straightforward process. Whenever you're building something, there's two things you want to always make sure is one, that your engine is off, right? Whenever you start to build, because it'll automatically throw some errors if the engine is on and running when you actually try to build. And then also build versus rebuild. A build, from my understanding, will make changes to the existing project. So it'll look for the things that have been recently changed and recompile those aspects. And a rebuild will rebuild the entire project, right, from the beginning. So I always suggest people to build first, and then rebuild if absolutely necessary. But you'd think that like rebuild would be the faster one. I believe that's incorrect. Now, if somebody knows better, please correct me and let me know. So within this video, I'll put a link to the README here. All right, to this patch fix. It'll be in my list of pages as well. I'm not gonna put it. You know what? I think I will add this to my front page. Yeah, I think I'll do that just for now until we have our base project already including this fix, because I'm pretty sure that at some point they're going to just include this fix because any new person is going to need to do this. So hopefully they fix it relatively soon and do that. But until they do, I'm just going to add this option to the front of my wiki. And since I just got to wait for my stuff to do its thing. One point. All right, I think do it like that, right? Project, and where is his project? How do can I make this bold or something? Let's see. All right. Let's see. See if that makes more sense. Let's see. I don't think I had to add. Let's see. Let's do this. I don't want to write this. And I'm gonna check on my stuff in just a second here. Where did I put it? Here it is. All right, I think that makes sense. Okay, cool. I think that should cover it. All right, so let's go back here and take a look. Looks like it's done. It says succeeded at the bottom. It's like a little baby error list, but that's what we wanted. We wanted this succeeded, and so there we go. That's it. That's done. All right, so I can just go ahead and close this. I don't have to save it or anything. It's done. I'm gonna go to my project and I'll just start it up. And I've already tested it, so now my hair works again. My common item stuff works again. All that works again. But some of my stuff disconnected. So, and it could have been either I moved some stuff around or whatever, but I have to turn it back on. But that's the fix, right? It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. But it's going to be really frustrating if you haven't done it before and someone's like, well, just rebuild it. Well, that's how you rebuild it. Really easy. So hopefully this helps. I'll put a link to the video in the guide, and then of course a link to the guide in the video. If you have any questions, feel free to stop by the Modding Zaibatsu Discord to get help and assistance. But for now, that's it. What's up, Twist?